Robot companies are making more and more robots that look extremely human-like. The main idea is to make machines that can do tasks just as well as humans. Nowadays, many countries from all over the world have been working on making this idea come into reality. We have Japan, China, and now, even Nigeria. A 2-year-old Nigerian technology company, called Uniccon Group, built Omeife, a 6-foot-tall, multilingual robot that looks very human-like. The idea for Omeife was first thought of in 2020, and it took 2 years of back-and-forth construction, slow wins, and quick succession learning to build her as a female Igbo character who understands and speaks 8 languages. She is now a product that is ready to meet the world. In this video, we're going to take a deeper look into the details of Omeife and what makes her so special. Let's get started. Omeife has a deep understanding of African culture and behavior patterns because it is powered by AI algorithms that were built by the company's team of scientists.
Can you tell me about African peoples and culture?
African peoples and cultures are incredibly diverse and varied. African culture is often characterized by a strong sense of community and interconnectedness, with many people having close family ties and living in close-knit villages.
Chuck Sequim, who started the company in 2020 and is now its CEO, said that the Humanoid also has a real-time understanding of its environment, including active listening and the ability to focus on a specific conversation thread as it's happening. Sequim said, "It's not just multilingual, it has the ability to switch languages and interact with specific gestures, hand illustrations, smile, and other bodily gestures that match the tone of the conversation." Omeife can speak English, French, Arabic, Kiswahili, Pidgin, Wazobia, Afrikaans, and, of course, Igbo. Omeife was supposed to be shown off at the GITEX 2022 event in Dubai, but the robot and the military-grade drone that the company also made were stopped at the border. Sequim said that the reason he wanted to launch them in Dubai was so that Nigeria and Africa would get more attention around the world. Tech like Omeife is not too mainstream, especially in Africa, so we want to show the world and then start a new narrative for African tech, Sequim told TechCabal. We also wanted to engage global AI and robotic partners as we are planning to mass produce our products. Sequim thinks that the robot his company made is doing what it was made to do. We never planned to replicate humans, but to build a robot that can support humans with some level of precision, and we have done that, he said. Most of the materials used to make the hardware parts of Omeife are locally sourced. We also built our cloud infrastructure needed for the humanoid to store terabytes of behavioral data from scratch. The infrastructure we are now commercializing and offering to private and government entities, Sequim added. When asked if Omeife could frown or show signs of sadness, Sequim said, "No, I don't think we wanted to do that. But what really shows how African Omeife is that it can speak each language with a native accent, pitch, and vocabulary, and it can say words, sentences, and even phrases in a very specific way. African values of politeness are also deeply rooted in the way people talk to each other." Sequim said that Omeife pays attention to a specific person that it's talking to keep the conversation going and picks its words carefully, leaving out words, phrases, sentences, and expressions that are rude in African cultures. According to Sequim, this feature makes the robot safe to interact with children. He also said that Omeife has a system for learning from conversations that helps it get better and learn new things. With new information, it can also remember and understand old ideas better. Omeife also knows its own ground level and how stable it is on the floor. This helps it move around on surfaces that aren't flat and keep its balance. It also has a position sensor and a grip sensor that let it know how big something is, what shape it is, and how to hold it in its hands. Omeife still has a long way to go when it comes to external appearances, though. Omeife's prosthetic skin needs more work to fit well on the humanoid's body than the skin on robots made by Xiaomi and Honda. The good thing about robotics, though, is this: building robots is a big job, so every little step forward is something to be happy about. Sequim said that Omeife's first version will be used as a model for Omeife 2.0, which will have more languages, better looks, and better mobility and vision. Upgrades are good, but for a Nigerian startup that has only been around for 2 years and is self-funded, Uniccon Group has done work that can be considered miraculous. Sequim said that Uniccon Group still hopes to improve the humanoid to the point where it can be mass-produced and sold for at least $30,000 each. This is a lot like what Tesla wanted to do with its humanoid. Musk said that Tesla's humanoid will sell for $20,000 when it is done. Omeife is built for intellectual social engagement, while Tesla's Optimus is built for physical activity. Equine said with confidence, "We can also build for physicality. All we need to do is to modify the AI and strengthen the hardware component of our humanoid." Since there aren't many mass-production robot companies in the world right now, it might be hard to sell them for that price, which is more than the floor price of Tesla's humanoid. It might also take a while for the world to accept a robot made in Africa as a commercial product, since robots from other parts of the world have been doing this for decades. Building a robot is just the beginning for Equine and his team. It will be harder to get people all over the world to accept and use it. But it's important to have a strong will when building in uncharted territory. It worked for Musk, so Equine might be able to do the same. Omeife has been called the first African humanoid by the Uniccon Group because it was the first humanoid designed and built specifically for Africa. It is also the first to announce its completion. However, there are other humanoid development projects in Africa. For example, Abdul Malik Tejensi, a Sierra Leonean engineer living in South Africa, is also building a robot that has been called South Africa's first humanoid. Richard Holdbrook, a Ghanaian who made a prototype in 2018, was also one of the first people in Africa to try making a robot. At a time when the African technology space is getting a lot of attention and investment interest, it's important not to forget about the need to diversify and build deep tech solutions that can be exported. Africa is almost ready to start working on solving global problems. Projects like Omeife and similar ones that are currently in the works show this. What can you say about this new, 6-foot-tall multilingual humanoid robot built in Nigeria? Feel free to share your thoughts in the comment section below. Give us a like if you enjoyed this video and subscribe to be notified with more interesting content about the wonderful world of robotics. Thank you for watching.